talking about say it is so much 350
200.
Me said they are watching your official one. The announcement is 350.
I don't know yet no correct 200.
Okay. I don't to be my bimo na.
Aye.
O to be my bimo. O to mani pa do be say.
Okay.
Oh fine. So you pay 200 Ghana cedis.
Aye.
So the amount people are quoting outside the domain of 200 no correct.
There be me 200.
Okay. I believe in you. I have confidence and faith within you. I trust you as my anchor. I'm taking you 200.
Okay. Na eno na womo edekwa hyehyɛ so ewo elwaka. Ha mo ma me ba ku bi na abaru ba ku wo huri o skeli wo. Because no nye ontu mo ade mo nhyase na said no wo bre pa video no mo ma nhyase na ne ho popa no ontu oni mpa wo ontu ha hwa wo de hwe oh mo ma ne na so mo nya no mo ha hwe obi abaya wo hwe on netia intia and it took somebody from the crowd and ofuru gina so ro de ne nsam yenu sei e hye ne mpabo anase and the man grinding adentia abaya ye kro no wo kobo wo pese em fa do soja hey nagana well Franco so say nipa ensia frim
over and I no pe wa wo hwe me awutie me I'm going to choose my words carefully. 1 2 me pese ye nyina let's reason and think as ordinary Ghanaians. Dia akosui my heart bleeds for Ghana. Me we hope today you are giving me a certain kind of percentage in relation to Ghanaian youth that are not working. And I no pay. Now me catch us unemployment rate but the Ghana Statistical Service of 14.7. Majority of this 14.7 ye youth. And what did you so buy and if you look at the whole population, youth unemployment is around 32%, close to 10 million youth that are not working. Now me catch us a Ghana Statistical Service say we have grown by 1.34%. So we have reaching in the range of 34 million Ghanaians in your good chroma. And now me know what to wow you video ni chere me. And I'm a peer bond team to be by who church my heart bleed for Ghana. Of our hope. If you look at a number of people that are not working, no munya adwuma. No mo kwa pa adwuma ye. Na mo ma kunsia hwe mo nkwa. Other people are critical condition. I ask myself, Ghana there bia na stagnant. There bia we are not innovative. There bia no adia baako we don't change anything. If you continue to do everything as it goes, unya changes bia. Over. Already ekosu ya. These are Ghanaian youth mo pa adwuma ye. And because of Jumani Ghana, no, a lot of Ghanaian youth, they are too desperate for any work. Ghanaian youth, they are too desperate for any work. And China, my say immigration for funny pa, you see over hundreds and thousands of youth running to that area. My say be a folk police for Juma, you see them running to that area because they are Jumani ho. And the majority of the youth, they prefer going to the security service. There's nothing wrong. Over here. They are ready to show commitment and sacrifice and dedication for their country. These are patriotic Ghanaians. All person who serve war mind Ghana. But now, me. Now me round ho and my heart was bleeding. I said to myself, Jesus Christ, and to my pan yet is over. If you look at the civil greater Accra, offer the kind of Abuame, why is the president even failing to give us a defense minister? Of Abuame. Why is His Excellency John Dramani Mahama failing to give us a defense minister?
I don't know.
Helicopter crash. It was on the 6th of August 2025. September, October, November, 3 months into administration. You need a substantive defense minister. And then they are to force will not have an oversight responsibility on this. Do you know why? Because his attention is based on the budget. Ultimate responsibility lies at the desktop of the leader. That I may say, or friend and Adam for no Greek on ECG. By a doom light, everybody do. Reason here, he has the right to appoint and disappoint people. So what is going on? So close to 3 months, we don't have a defense minister, and you are sitting as if nothing is happening in Ghana. Finance Minister of Honor himself, no meaning himself. It is a brother one. Or BSC Kasamo Yebian, it passes through the finance ministry. And a finance minister, if you can portfolio no ni bibia so who send the defense so asia ma no send the pan obejen what margins no ma mienu ho enti me say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama now it's enough he should give us a substantive defense minister near who say where the defense nation I say if there is a problem you go to this particular person over here Maybe so soldier for Pomasempa. But to be honest, already you see now there was no negligence on duty. And a soldier for an exhibit here. A negligence of duty. And on my exhibit here, no crab back up. Yes, they are the kind. So Musa Airworks Post to Bakradi, remember? Yes, per my checks and report. Nipo 21,000 and a copy of Airworks Post Stadium.
Applicants one,
21,000
and a call.
Now offer check it. Now if you go to Airworks Sports Stadium, go says here. Airworks Sports Stadium, the capacity is 7,000. Offer Airworks Sports Stadium, capacity is 7,000. Let me take you back. Offer where you're on the 29th of March 2022. Oba Kaya, that crowd take it nibi. The Black Stars of Ghana in Nigeria are a World Cup qualified. But by your last Sports Stadium, a 40,000 capacity. We say you're more match for Chroma. Ewa baba ya last Sports Stadium, man for nipa 40,000 because of stampede.
Baba ya emuro
There be 40,000. And yeah, my own even close to the 40,000. And be about 30,000, 31,000, 32,000. Do you know why? They are thinking about stampede. Ghana in Nigeria, but at 7 o'clock p.m. 7 p.m. they do baby no. They have to call the Ghana National Fire Service to sprinkle water on Ghanaians because of heat. Over to you. Because in Suna, your friends are saying no. Among for me accommodate. Now help me. Oba loss in here. Over 2 air conditions. Of ameboa. Bakus ya bako bohode bentia. Because whereby a heat beba, then it will create a problem. Now the same crazy bobo senior high school for a real bo the Ghana Fire Service focus sprinkle so the gunkurane so because there was heat. Yejina kwa bampa yiye. So mo see man near tune so the buo so. Edibentia there was a certain kind of heat one way to create problem. Over show 7,000 multiplied by 3 is saying 21,000. Meaning say it was a triple of the Airworks Sports Stadium.
Maybe I said this time no.
Today don't think for them. Don't go there at all. Don't go there.
Me who commenced the year. Me was almost sick from what Tatam tracks.
Yes.
Until the Ebema Abia Airwork one. And yes, stance. It was a capacity we had to do with the stance.
Yes.
Fat TEF one.
Thank you.
And I say Tatam tracks that.
Thank you. Thank you.
They be a nipani big generation.
Thank you.
Ebema capacity.
Offer I exercise no. 21,000 Ghanaians in the world. And it will be called one of Pobit Medinawa Madiachi.
And I mind you, and I might be the most scaly one.
Yes, and
your room at the time.
Thank you. And to do, but there will be a certain kind of stampede. The military didn't do due diligence. Because one, someone who say, Nipa 21,000 no more, but no more 7,000 or so. It is a man now solve this kind of problem. There will be a certain kind of stampede and problem. And I'm power. Yeni buy and so idea na kwako dwere to agui now enkura ne ma eda form ye tietia bi so ma bia free mu hwe over I want to ask at the time of moje forms no mo feel nipa 21,000 no the capacity ada they didn't know the number of Ghanaians and the total people no mo ba ho ana ade na ekoso yi hwe if you look at some of the ho nyina and Adam no ka say majority of the people they've been taking their form awie Ghana ha ene politicians are able to pride themselves and me akwam tanko me free brekum me MP for brekum me the abrampa ko military me the way ko say people are proud of it.
As a methodology no quite faso
me say
e the fa enra na Mahama can be his excellency the president time oba ko nkete lunch no ena na obo amane nia asi won kan na all kan kire Ghana for obampani John Dramani Mahama can be say Bribi Abesinko, this form of recruitment, it was shrouded in secrecy. Na ye makwan e ma manfo krant any ade the only one say afani pa wie. But on open transparency. Indeed what be but me so I remember very well during we Akufo-Addo no time you know 2017 any ade there were similar
a year course.
Yes. But I think they realize and yeah, there should be changes kaka. But His Excellency feels more transparency now that this has happened, what's going to happen? But maybe Mamen Kong so many ora in team Kwekuchumesi or a retired military officer no UK. menene ni nkomo kakra bi e wo hana memra me wan pa jo te me nka mo ache o
me yesu mina
na oho ye de
kisa do no ye na mo so
oh nyame adom ye nso ho ye alaba ye di nkomo kakra de esi enra
yeah
a for recruitment exercise na Ghana Armed Forces ye no o do ani ade eche kakra ya nam so kwa mani pensi ahwere o nkwan what one asem
me that me sure for enokwe the manager dey kakra na ma tse say ye na duru no be nsia bi ahwere o nkwan ba e mo do no be wo chiri o mo so prepare o mo so wa ya sabia
but UK army no utram be for how long
presently around there 4 years.
Okay. Na mami misa ehwo no ye recruit afamo no. And they said ye wo hey. Sa na mo kosan lie ehwo de meka se ewo awom. Mo ko prayer and I said mo ye no.
Oh, ehwo de and the minimum the advanced word the mo practice dey say utifie no apply. They open the window. Say between now and this date, recruitment. And they make available areas that are more person will recruit into the army. Because the army is made of several areas. And infantry soldiers. We are looking at logistics, electrical and mechanical engineering, army nurses, and I say bandsmen, this animal. It is so that you be a window now. You sit in the comfort of your home. You apply online. Now we're putting the relevant information or more requirements. It's what they do is to say there's a guy, it is will be a best city region. And every region they will create a recruitment center. Depending on the population. It's in the Ashanti region, so Ashanti region has a recruitment center, say they are there to do. Because I won't take into consideration proximity. And for effective recruitment, maybe a recruitment center back over so. Maybe a back over Mampo, back will be a document so. Maybe a tepa, maybe a son, much a it's based on the applicants, any baby a what dress. Yeah, just say this is the nearest recruitment center as a whole. It's by so doing, the deeper be 1,000 and 2,000 one apply. The chairman recruitment centers are the same number, pressure and cost center. It's equipment centers also the better to be a day one, maybe a family tanku, maybe a work at the chair, maybe a way, day one. The amount of time I saw they do recruitment center so that they can do effective recruitment. And they don't normally start with maybe a body screening. They start with the idea the British Army recruitment battery test, which is the BAB test. It's a test for your level of reasoning, your ability to reason, to think. And so, maybe 100 questions it's on a computer, a multi-choice. And multiple choice. Question that banana answers that you select. So maybe, for example, tomato, onion, garden eggs, and maybe a cabbage. Select the odd one out. It will interest you to know if you are any 100 the question with so many more. They will never know the odd one out. It means straight away the rest are vegetables. One of them, egg, which is not a vegetable, so it's the odd one out. Not selected. It's out of the 100 questions. Maybe you have to score a minimum 50. So if you cannot score 50, the moment you score below 50, you are out straight. It's with himself, and I mean to me for now. So I could practice it more, and you have the right to practice and come again. So it's I will straight away. Who's any part of reasoning, maybe a level no form to me recruit to the base army because normally I don't know if you will stature any physical. They look at your level of intelligence. But I know here more. It's a British Army they have you so this if you sure.
Okay, BBC interest area of interest for me. Because I know of someone because of the height. Yeah. Ghana Armed Forces I'm fano.
Yeah.
But to Kwanko UK.
Yeah.
He's now in the military, he's in the army UK. But Ghana Hano, yes, you would, yeah. I don't know, Osi, I don't know your factor.
No, you see, yes, your certain height. If you are Ghana Army, a certain height limit of 5 feet 7. So I said, if you are 5'7", now British Army will come down to if you are 5.2, because they think they say any abilities. And it's not about the 10 and the more digital. It's about the level of reasoning. And answer, I didn't win it. It's because every time you confirm every time you they are so short. You're from decades. Oko, my friend in Nepal, who's only in 10. But only a very sharp. And see, British Army said that we could two moves if in Nepal and their families, they do not have the British Army. Into your height, but on the field, and the name of Betimiano, and they are so strong, despite almost diminutive in a sense, height, only very strong, very enduring. About run and say to them they can run for miles. No mumbre. But if they will be now 10 grams, and the Libya Capital go there also what. But they are not ultimate 2 miles a cry. Yamaka said to America 2 miles out the 30 minutes a baby. It's the other than the
now, Mamma so, sir, answer a Uber run with UK, no?
Yeah.
I also apply online, yeah, dear, no?
Yeah.
Utia pounds, say.
There's no money. You don't pay anything.
Say, unto a pin be crowned out there online to access the portal near there.
Debbie, you don't pay money. A voluntary work. The security service is a voluntary work. You volunteer to do it. Yeah, handle our own employment. Maybe I just go to Chase car, no, I could coupon, or I could Chase car. That is why they open the portal and they need 21,000, 30,000, no more apply. They take money, and at the end of the day, they know very well that they are recruiting nationwide. They be almost 1,000. Me, one only 30,000 I apply. So the question is, you can't it's not distortion. It's free. You apply online for free. You baby. You don't have to go and pay any money to anybody. You don't have to know any MP or any minister. But all the answer apply, put in the necessary information. If you are qualified, they will tell you so you qualify. If you don't qualify, they will tell you that they are based on ABCD, you do not qualify. And then they will advise you on what you have to do in case you want to try next time. So you don't have to gather all these youth at one venue. So we have body selection. Who's that recruitment team? You can to me because there will be a lot of pressure, a lot of chaos. That is why the selection centers are divided. So that if the selection center there, you recruit maybe 400 applicants, 400 applicants, 400. So you are dealing with these applicants. But we know, so nationwide, we are selecting maybe 1,000 nationwide. And today they have to go through all this screening process, So they be free, the best financial side until we get the number now. And there's nothing like this. I don't have to stampede the seat, the people and the sign no. Advert to radio, so advert to TV, so online, all these on social media. Advert so British Army jobs. We are what I think is a cell. And they will tell you, say right now, the window is closed. If they open, the window open this.
When you read through the official statement from the Ghana Armed Forces, it states that this year, per military officers 12,000.
Okay.
Across the entire country.
Okay.
And I'm breaking it down at the various regions,
Regional balance.
It's a regional balance.
Yeah.
Most time, the higher or the number of population in the region, it can be determined the number of military personnel be free that region, for example, by which is Greater Accra, a very high. You can be followed by Ashanti. Then, in terms of population, there. But a nipa 12,000 and year per omo in general the whole Ghana. Greater Accra nkwa almost of forms 21,000. Ashanti region mayo. Bunu East ahafo. Northern, Volta, Central, Eastern, Western. Ahobia mai. Greater Accra nkwa no. So ya kase ye fa nipa no 12,000 e dey free 21,000 no mo a. Yebenya ma achire 9,000 ebeka. Na o se UK no dey omo say dia inventory officers dey yan omo a. Omo recruitment no number na omo pe no omo ye say.
We say because you army, your army jobs, your various areas within the army. Your multi office, flex, omo ya accountants, anyone who omo you soldier for be at the office, your chefs, anyone so they fall under logistics. It's in him say, I have my shortfall. It is a logistics in the recruit. You be a point at logistics in the FDP, and the logistics on your supply controllers, your supply specialists, your movement controllers, your petroleum ops, railway operators, your different jobs under logistics. And to who apply all these logistics in the FDP. And they know say logistics, they are here. I'm not going to be a 5,000 mama joining under logistics. So there's a bad signal, sir. If you are under signals, you have to 1,000 boy on your degree. I'm a joining. It's no be a pot. I don't know who areas are vacancies in the war. Yes, sir.
I know almost the team who say I have vacancies. Do not say no.
Almost the team who say I have a year recruitment.
Okay.
Even if they don't tell you the number, you know, so these are the areas. Yes, sir. So I say, it's no be a pot. I want to say be a pot. I will be a month. Not my applications. It's based on the addresses in the application. But you don't say, you move 500, I apply for maybe a Liverpool, maybe a 200 for Manchester, maybe for maybe a Tottenham, maybe you are, and you know, you himself, your recruitment center, or Tottenham, say, you Tottenham, maybe a Tottenham.